Hey guys, thanks so much for being here for our last movement class. I've appreciated you joining me in person and the recorded sessions for the last couple of weeks. This is our last class. All you're going to need today is a chair and a comfortable yoga mat. We're going to go ahead and get started with those 15 minutes of full body warm-ups, and then we're going to go into some new exercises today, working on balance, some rotation, and range of motion exercises. Let's get started. Hands at the waist. We're going to go up on the toes, back on the heels, warming up the shins, the calves, and the ankles, lifting those heels right behind the toes. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's bring those feet wide, arms come wide, hips come forward, and then we're going to rotate through the torso. Exhale as the hands come behind the back. Give me 1 more each side. All right, now we're going to work on our squatting technique. We're going to bring those arms out, feet hip width apart, toes in front of the heels. We're going to squat back and then kick across the body. Squat back and kick. Inhale down, exhale up as you push those hips behind you and towards the floor. Let's do 1 more each side. All right, let's bring those hands to the back, shoulders, elbows back, chest up, pull that core in tight. We're going to rock and kick. Bending at the knee, drawing the heel up as high as you can into the back, really challenging those quads, warming up the glutes in the back. Give me 3, 2, last 1 each side. Now we're going to go into some lateral movement, opening up our hips. We're going to take it wide to the side, kick with our other foot, try to cross our feet. We're going to bend forward at the waist, try to tap the toes, and then come up through the heels, taking it to the other side, trying to tap the toes, come up through the heels, going back and forth, trying to get a little deeper with those fingertips. Let's do 1 more each side. And let's finish it out over here. All right, let's work on our balance. Open up our hips some more, planting the left leg. Right leg will move around the body. We're starting to the front. Forward. Bring it down. Corner. Back down. Wide to the side. Back corner. And then take it straight back. Tighten the glute. Repeat to the back and corner, side, front, corner, finish out in front, other side, forward and down, corner and down, taking it wide to the side, back, corner, straight back, tighten the glute, repeat to the back, take it to the corner, wide, front, corner, and then finish out in front. Now we're going to go into our mind-body coordination exercise, bringing the feet hip width apart, toes out at a slight angle. We're going to do the arms and then add the lower body, reaching up tall, forward to the ground, coming low into a squat and hold, 1 arm up the other, and standing tall through the heels. Again, forward to the ground, down into a squat, 1 arm the other, and standing tall through the heels. Those shoulders are back, your chest is out, your knees are stacked over those heels. Make sure those knees aren't coming forward too far over the toes. Otherwise, your glutes may not be properly engaged. Inhale down, exhale up. Give me 2 more. Last 1. And bring those hands down. Now we're going to elevate the heart rate with some jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Ready? And go. You're either doing full jacks like this, fingertips over the head, moving the feet wide, or you're alternating feet. Extending one leg wide, chest comes towards the knee, You do you today. Give me 10, 8, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. Breathe from the belly. Grab some water. All right, now we're going to go down to the wall here. Otherwise, you can close up a door if you don't have an open space up against your wall. Your head, neck, and shoulders is back. Your chest is out. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to march those feet out as you lower the rear. So your hip bones should be behind the knees. Knees are over the heels. Hands are at the wall. Head, neck, and shoulders are back. Pull that core in tight. Push down with the heels, curl the toes up, bring those knees wide to challenge those hips and those quads a little more. Good job, give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale as you work your way back up the wall. Now join me back at the center of your room. We're gonna warm up our shoulders, tone our underarms, our feet are coming wide, arms are coming wide, and we're gonna make circles to the front for 30 seconds. Small circles here. Your hips are forward, rear's tight, shoulders are back, chest is out. You're drawing that chin up at a slight angle. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back to your side. Arms are coming wide again. We're going to reverse the circle to the back. Chin up again, shoulders back, chest out. Hold yourself proudly. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come at your side. We're going to do some big movements here with some shoulder shrugs. Shoulders are drawn up to the ears. Palms are pushing down to the floor. We're inhaling up and exhaling down. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring those arms wide again. We're going to go into over-unders. Good posture exercise here as we draw the hands behind the torso, behind the body line, and squeeze our shoulder blades together. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down. Hands come forward, palms together. Now we're going to open and close. Very similar movement here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back, keeping the shoulders, the hips, knees, and the heels aligned. Give me 5, 4, breathe, 2, and 1. Hands are at your side. We're going to go into windmills now. One arm across your body and out. The other arm. And now both to the center, up and wide to the side. One arm, your other arm, and then both. 2 more sets. Big explosive movements here. Last one. All right, sit or stand tall. Hands at your waist. We're going to warm up the neck. We're going to look to the side, center, and switch, center, side, center, and switch. Last one. Now, take it to the ceiling, then the floor. Again, ceiling and floor. One more. Gently roll the neck out. One direction. And let's reverse it. All right, join me back at the wall. We're going to go into another wall sit, and if you don't have any shoulder issues today, you're going to bring your arms over the head to 90 degrees. Backs against the wall, feet hip width apart. We're going back into the nice deep wall sit. Really feel it in the glutes. That should take some pressure off the quads. The lower you bring the rear, and then we're going to bring the fingertips, wrists, elbows, shoulders up over the head. All those joints pulled into the wall. Belly button to the spine to the wall. Push down with the heels, curl your toes up, and bring those knees wide again. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, drop those hands, push through the feet, and march your way back up to the standing position. Now, you're gonna join me down at the floor. We're gonna go into a plank for 30 seconds. I'm gonna go on my hands and my knees today. Palms underneath the shoulders. Knees are hip width apart. I'm gonna bring those knees back in 3, 2, and 1. My knees are coming back nice and wide. Hips are forward, rear's tight. Feet are elevated up towards the ceiling right behind my back. Chins to the chest, looking down. Torso straight, back is flat. Torso's tight and rigid. Make sure your hips aren't coming forward. Your rear isn't lifting. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now join me down at the mat. We're going to point the toes, plant the hands, extend the arms, and stretch it up. In high cobra up here, or low cobra down here. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now exhale, we're going to come up into the back, into child's pose, bringing the rear to the heels, knees come wide, stay low in the back. As you extend those fingertips, lower the elbows, and then lower the head. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now we're going to come on the hands and knees. Palms are under the shoulders. Knees are wide under the hips. We're going to go into the bird dog exercise. Reaching opposite arm, opposite leg. Returning to center and switching. Always returning to this wide tabletop position where your hands are placed under the shoulders. Knees are nice and wide under the hips. Your back is flat, your tummy's pulled in tight. Pull that core up to the ceiling. You're flexing your foot, pushing straight back behind the back. Make sure those limbs are parallel to the floor. Give me 3 more each side. And 2. 1 more each direction. And relax. Now let's go on your back. We're going to go into glute bridges, stretching out that back, strengthening the core and the glutes. We're going to have our legs bent, heels are right underneath the knees. Fingertips are towards the heels. We're going to roll the shoulder blades underneath us, drive the heels to the floor as we push our hips away and up. Hips come away and down. Again, away and up, away and down. We're inhaling up and exhaling down. At the top, your torso should be rigid and straight. Core's pulled in tight. Make sure that torso is straight all the way from the shoulders down to the hips, through the knees. It's going to also ensure that your back is nice and straight. Give me 3 more, then we're going to hold. 3 and 2. Last one, hold at the top. Hips are high, glutes are tight. You got it. Keep that lower body in place. Don't let those knees move. Give me 3, 2, 1, and lower to the mat. All right, guys, I'm going to have you join me at the wall first. We're going to get started with a number of fun body weight exercises today. Again, make sure you have your chair close by. We're going to get started at the wall. We're going to go into a wall sit again. This time we're going to do some alternating heel lifts. So we're going to really challenge the shins, the calves, and the ankles here. Backs against the wall. We're marching the feet out. And that familiar nice 90-degree bend at the knees, the ankle, and at the waist. Hands are at your side. Pulling the core and tighten to the wall. Now we're going to lift one heel up and down and switch. Really working on your range of motion with your ankle here. Heel lifts up right behind those toes. Make sure that your hip bones are still behind the knees. Give me 20 seconds. Give me 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push through those feet and work your way up the wall one more time. Now we're going to turn our chair so that the back is facing us. We're going to use it to work on our balance. So we're going to do some contralateral limb raises here with a forward X reach. We're gonna hold onto the back of your chair. We're gonna basically lift the opposite leg behind us, opposite arm forward. We're also gonna lift them one at a time just to work on some mind-body coordination. So we're gonna hold onto the chair. We're gonna take the left foot, bring it behind us, and then lift the right arm, bring the right arm down, and then the left foot. Same thing on the same side. Left foot, right arm, lower the arm, and then the foot. You can either leave the toes on the ground, or if you're comfortable enough, you can lift the feet off the floor, go into that nice high X balance reach. And if you feel really comfortable, make sure that your shoulders, hips and heels are stacked. So you're stacked in a straight, tall line. Your core is pulled into your spine. Find your center of gravity, and you can let go of the chair with both hands. Give me two more. Last one. And relax. I'm going to take it to the other side. I'm bringing my right foot back, lifting the left arm, lowering the arm, and then the foot. Lift the foot, lift the arm, lower the arm, and then the foot. Again, if you're comfortable, lift that foot off the ground. Or if you're not so comfortable today, just leave the toe on the floor. Keeping your shoulder, hip, knee, and heel stacked on the opposite side. Give me four more. Last three, 2, finish it here. And relax. Now we're going to take it to the chair. We're going to stretch out the hamstrings a bit. We're going to go into a seated position, extending the legs, feet are hip width apart. We're going to reach up nice and tall, bring those fists back to the chest, try to touch the toes, and then pull it back in. Reach up tall, pull it in, reach out forward, and bring it back in. Stretching out that spine, stretching out the torso. As you elevate back to that seated position, pull that core in tight to the spine. Bring the core in. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Give me one more. And relax. I'll bring those legs to 90 degrees. We're going to bring the arms out in front of the chest, palms together. Now we're going to go into some open books. We're going to have our eyes follow that right hand to the side and come back to center. Other side, eyes following those fingertips to the back and come back to center. Switching sides here, back and forth, making sure your eyes follow those fingertips as we increase our lateral range of motion and work on our hand-eye coordination. Good. Good to look at something else other than the screen this afternoon. Nice job taking a desk break. Eyes follow that hand to the side, back to center. Give me one more. And relax. Nice. Now we're going to take it down to the mat. We are done with our chair, so you can get rid of that if you need more space. We're going to go on our back into a glute bridge with an overhead reach. I love this one. Great for stretching up the back. You're going to start like a regular glute bridge here. Heels underneath the knees, fingertips towards the heels. Now we're going to go push the hips away up into that bridge as the fingertips come up. You see in that bridge is the back of the hand and the wrist comes to the ground over your head. Fingertips come back to the ceiling. Once they point towards the knees, you're going to lower everything to the floor. Again, we're lifting and reaching, staying high. Fingertips come up, pointing towards the knees, and then everything lowers to the mat. Inhale up. Hips are high, glutes are engaged. Try to get the wrist to touch the ground over the head as you increase that range of motion. Inhale up. Exhale down. Give me 2 more. Last one, make sure your knees aren't moving laterally. And relax, I'm gonna stay on our back. We're gonna keep our left leg bent. We're gonna extend the right leg point to toes. We're gonna paint the ceiling with painting leg raises. We're gonna lift that foot up, then flex the foot, and then lower to the mat. Point at the floor, lift, flex, and lower. Point at the floor, lift, flex, and lower. This is a good one for the legs, for the core, stretching up the hamstring. I use this one with a lot of my running clients. It's a great ankle range of motion exercise, working on the mobility of that ankle. Give me 6 more. 5. Last 4. Soft bend in that knee. 2 more. Last one. Point, lift, flex, and lower. Let's bend that leg. Extend the other. Start with that pointed foot. We're going to lift, flex, and lower. Eliminating space behind your back. You're pulling that core in tight to the floor. No energy is held in the head, neck, or shoulders. Make sure your chest isn't coming forward and your head is lifting off the ground. Instead, focus on that breathing. We're breathing in on the way up. Breathing out on the way down. Give me 4 more. Last 3. 2. Last one. Point, lift, flex, and lower. Now we're going to get off our back and go into a quadruped position on the hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees wide under the hips, just like the bird dog. We're going to go into some quadruped leg extension rainbows. Let's extend one leg, foot is flexed. We're going to lift that heel to the ceiling, then cross to the other side of the other foot, lift the heel high and lower. Lift, cross over that other foot and tap, lift and lower. Lift, cross and tap, lift and lower. We're inhaling up. Exhaling back to center. Inhale up. Exhale back to center. Now focus on that other side of your body. The hip should stay stacked over that knee. Don't let that hip dip to the side. Keep them stacked. Give me 3 and 2. Last one. And relax. Let's bring those knees wide. Go into that quadruped position. Extend the other leg. Flex the foot. We're going to lift. Cross and tap. Lift and lower. Lift. Cross and tap. Lift and lower. Inhale up. Exhale on the return. Again, focus on that other hip. It should be stacked over that knee. If you find your hip is dropping to the side, take a wider stance with that knee. Give me 3 more as you bring that heel higher. 2. Last one. Lift, cross and tap. Lift and lower. Nice job. Now we're going to go on our back. We're going to go into alternating marching feet. We're going to bring our arms out wide into a T. Palms out to the side of the shoulder. We're going to lift the legs to 90 degrees. Knees are stacked over the hips. Heels are in front of the knees. Feet are flexed. And we're going to alternate bringing the heel and the toe on one foot to the floor. Quad and core bring you back to center. And then we're going to switch. Keeping that 90-degree bend in the leg at all times. Body weight is pushed into the floor with your palms and those shoulder blades. Exhale as you tap those feet. Inhale on the return. 5 more each side. 4. Last 3. 2. Last set. And relax. Now bring those feet down, just like you were to be doing a sit-up or crunch. Now we're going to go into some snow angels. Great range of motion exercise. Now, if you don't have any shoulder limitations, you're going to bring your arms to 90 degrees. So your elbows are out to the side of your shoulders. Your palms are up at a 90-degree bend. Otherwise, if you have shoulder limitations, your arms are going to be fully extended. Now keep contact with your lower back on the ground. Fingertips, wrists, elbows, and shoulders have contact on the ground as we glide those fingertips along the floor over the head. Try to get those fingertips to touch. And then exhale and bring those hands back to that 90-degree bend starting position. Again, make another snow angel. Don't let the fingertip, wrist, elbow, or shoulder leave the floor. And bring it back down. Give me one more. And come back down. Let's go into some shoulder rotation. 90-degree bend, but rotating here. Fingertips are pointing to the ceiling. Now we're going to bring the palm and the wrist to the ground by your side. Going to get that wrist to touch. Fingertips up. Now back of the hand, back of the wrist to the ground by your head. Again, trying to get the wrist to touch in both directions and not allowing your lower back to lift off the floor. Instead, work that core, pulling it behind you. You need two more. Last one. And relax. Now we're going to finish out with some sideline open bucks. We're going to lay on our side in a clamshell position. So your legs are bent, knees are forward on top of each other. We're going to lay down, extending our arms. Palms are touching. Now you're going to follow that top hand, eyes following those fingertips again, up to the ceiling. And now you're going to bring the back of the hand, back of the wrist to the ground. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Eyes follow that hand back up. And then the hands are going to come back to the starting position. Again, eyes follow that hand up. And hold to the back. 3, 2, 1. Eyes follow that hand back to center. Give me one more. Eyes following that hand all the way to the back. If you couldn't reach the first time, maybe you can reach now. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Eyes follow that hand. And come back to center. Now we're going to quickly go over to the other side. Do the same thing over there. And then we're going to stretch it out from the standing position. So again, you're in that clamshell position. Knees are forward. Shoulders comfortable. Hands are stacked. And your eyes are going to follow that top hand up. And try to get the back of the hand and the wrist to the ground. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Eyes following the fingertips up. Return to the starting position. And again. And back of the hand, back of the wrist to the ground. 2, 1. Eyes follow that hand back. Now give me one more. And hold. 2, 1. Eyes follow the hand all the way up and back to the starting position. All right, awesome work. Take your time returning to the standing position, and we will finish our stretching out up here. We're going to bring those feet wide, hands come together, tilt the pelvis forward, tighten the glutes in the back, and reach up. Palms are facing your head. And we're going to bend to one side, stretching out your obliques. And core is going to draw you back into center. We're going to go as far as we can to the other side. And core is going to draw you back in. Now gently turn the wrist as you push away and up. Feet come together. You're also pushing down for 3, 2, 1, and release. Now you're either going to push the palms behind you or you're going to join the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulders as we bend forward into flat back. And then bring the head as low as you can. Bring the hands as high as you can towards the ceiling. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And stand up. Let's stretch up the shoulder. One arm across the chest. The other hand underneath and pulls in. And release. Let's take it to the other side. Hands just above the elbow there. And release. Now let's do that wonderful neck stretch. Arm over the head to the ear. Gently drop your ear to the shoulder and drop the shoulder to the floor on the other side. And same thing on the other side. Gently drop the other ear to the shoulder, drop the other shoulder to the floor. Big breath from the belly for 3, 2, 1, and release. Thanks so much for joining me for our final movement session. I really appreciate you and I hope you feel great. Have a wonderful day.